Good afternoon. I would like to introduce Francesc Moreno, Catalonia Distribution Director of AXA, Spain. Francesc.
Honorable rectors, members of the Board of Trustees, President of the Barcelona Graduate School of Economics, faculty, graduates and families, ladies and gentlemen, benvinguts, bienvenidos. Welcome to the AXA Auditorium in Lilla. Honestly, it's a great pleasure for us to host your graduation ceremony in this beautiful building whose avant-garde design has converted Lilla complex into an emblematic reference in terms of sustainability and functionalities in Barcelona. This is our house, it's also your home. Today, and thanks to the Barcelona BSE, I'm happy to welcome you all in this building. And even if you all know it, I don't want to miss this opportunity to remind you how AXA Spain and AXA Research Fund are feel committed to this institution and to your education. Today, we are all here to celebrate the culmination of all your hard work and all the good results and successes you have achieved. Now, let's step back to measure all you have accomplished and take your time to appreciate that you are about to start a new chapter of your life full of opportunities, unique experiences and challenges. You are young and smart, highly qualified, and with a healthy ambition. You are probably the most qualified generation ever. Your contribution will be certainly very important for the society of today and tomorrow. We know the environment is not easy, but I'm convinced that you have the best skills and knowledge to succeed in the economy of the future. You have a huge responsibility ahead, and your path will be full of challenges to overcome. But in any case, I'm convinced that you will know how to deal with them successfully. You are prepared for it, and you will know how to take advantage of all the learning you gained during all these years. Thank you, congratulations, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much, Francesc. Professors, family and friends, BSE community, but especially the BSE graduating class. Welcome to the 2024 Barcelona School of Economics graduation ceremony. It is a great honor for me to represent the BSE in this graduation celebration. It is a moment of joy for all of us, but most importantly, it is a turning point for the new graduates. First, I would like to express our gratitude to AXA Foundation for generously hosting the BSE graduation ceremony. AXA has supported the BSE project through the Research Professors program for many years, and it has also provided guidance as a member of the BSE's Board of Trustees. Our gratitude also to other companies and sponsors that support our programs and help us attract the best students all over the world, and that eventually offer also jobs to our graduates and benefit from the knowledge and skills that you acquire at the BSE programs. When thinking about your graduation, comes to mind a day in early September 2023, not even a year ago, when it all started. I then welcome you to the BSE Master Programs and to our two campuses, in Bellaterra and in Ciutadella. It was a day with many activities, plenty of new information to process, excitement, new faces, opportunities ahead, but also of doubts, uncertainty, and maybe some fear of the unknown. A year later, after many late-night study sessions, hard work, and challenging exams, dedication, and resilience. We are, believe it or not, celebrating your graduation. Looking back, there is effort, but also friendship, endless study sessions, and collaboration. It is in the spirit of collaboration, one of the core values at BSE, that I would like to stop for a minute. Because working together enhances learning, augments discovery and innovation, makes study and work more pleasant, and builds friendships. We had a good example in the opening ceremony in Bellaterra, I hope you remember. We had then the opportunity to see how, in collaboration, the teamwork of Castellers can build amazing human towers. I hope collaboration at BSE has enhanced the building of your knowledge tower and your own human tower of solid friends that will be the basis for larger networks and opportunities. These are valuable assets that will remain with you wherever you go. Technology advances fast and provides us with amazing tools that we would not have imagined a few years back. It is in this world where your capacity to analyze problems with a rigorous and open mind, in combination with tailored data analytical skills, makes the difference and opens many doors. You need to be alert, creative, and aim at continuous learning. With that frame of mind, you can be ahead and contribute to change, to the progress of a society that needs to overcome important challenges that we face as economists and data scientists, but also as human beings. I'm almost done, don't worry. Today, you are accompanied by your family and friends who have provided unwavering support through this extraordinary year. Also, by directors and professors who have shared their wisdom and knowledge, and by the BSE staff who have given you always support. All of them deserve our appreciation and sincere gratitude. Today, you start a new adventure, scattered around the world. But remember that BSE will be with you wherever you go. Take the advantage of the almost 3,500 alumni network that you are now a part of. Congratulations, class of 2024. May your journey be exciting, prosperous, and happy. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the speaker of the 2024 graduation ceremony, Maurici Lucena, President and CEO of Aena. Aena is a company that manages airports in Spain and participates in the management of airports in Europe and America. It is, in fact, the largest company in the world that manages airports. So Aena sponsors, and besides that, this is important for us, Aena sponsors the BSE programs, and we are grateful to that collaboration. Maurici Lucena graduated from Universitat Pompeu Fabra, which is one of the institutions at the BSE, got a master at THEMFI, but let me tell you, BSE did not exist then, so he really didn't have a choice. Maurici has served in several positions in public and private companies and was also a member of the Catalan Parliament for 3 years. His experience is wide and intense, and I'm sure he will be an inspiration for many of you. Thank you very much, Maurici, for accepting to deliver the 2024 graduation speech at our graduation BSE.
Hello, yeah, it's all right. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, graduates and guests. It is a true honor to take part in this solemn graduation ceremony for the academic year 2023-2024 of the Barcelona School of Economics, BSE, a center of international renown in education and research. First of all, I would like to sincerely thank Professor Teresa Garcia-Milà, director of the BSE and an old friend. And I really appreciated her invitation, and she knows that to me this ceremony holds a special significance. So apart from thanking Professor Garcia-Milà, of course, and this is the most important thing, I would also wish to enthusiastically congratulate you on the significant life milestone that today's graduation represents. And I must confess that when Professor Garcia-Milà called me to invite me to join you this afternoon, to me it was not trivial how to write this speech, how to make this address, because on a day overloaded with emotions for you, it is not at all obvious what a person like me could explain to you that might be useful in the very important stage you will inaugurate after obtaining your master's degree. After careful consideration, I have decided to share with you a few personal reflections, not necessarily in a coherent order, on the importance of a solid technical education like the one the BSE has provided you from my perspective of a quarter-century-long career as a professional economist. I was born in Barcelona in 1975. I graduated, as Teresa said, in economics and business sciences from Pompeu Fabra University in 1997, and the following 2 years I completed a very demanding, at least this is my view, Master's in Economics and Finance at the Center for Monetary and Financial Studies, called CEMFI, associated with the Bank of Spain in Madrid. And to me it's crystal clear that my degree in economics and above all, my masters from CEMFI have been decisive in my professional journey. The trajectory of one's career, as you know, is shaped by a variety of factors, such as obvious ones, as personal temperament, the gradual accumulation of experience, and of course, luck. Luck is very important in life. However, what I would like to underline today is that I have always approached the diverse jobs I have had on the basis of the technical and intellectual architecture of my training as an economist, which, in my opinion, is only possible, is only feasible, if this training comes from a center of excellence like CEMFI, or what is more important today, the BSE. Allow me to explain it better with a personal anecdote. In the last year of my undergraduate studies at Pompeu Fabra University in Barcelona, 1996-1997, I served as a research assistant for half a year to Professor of Economics Andreu Mascolell. Andreu Mascolell is a very well-known figure at BSE, and probably Mascolell is the living Spanish academic economist with the highest international prestige. At that time, at the age of 21, I was somewhat unwished because I had many doubts on what path to take after my graduation as an economist. So I decided to ask Professor Mascolell for advice. I explained to him in a flustered manner that I explained to him many things. First, that I wanted to continue my training in economics without pursuing a doctorate, and that secondly and subsequently, I aspired to find a job in the private sector with a high technical component that could, in the future, be compatible with the development of a blurred public vocation that beat within my inner self. As you can see, I presented Andreu Mascolell with quite a conundrum. His serene and wise response became one of the most valuable pieces of advice I have ever received. Mr. Lucena, Andreu Mascolell, said, do not complicate matters and stop going around in circles. What you have to do is complete your training in economics with a master's program at a prestigious center, and once you finish, you will see what you dedicate yourself to. The options are varied, but the only important thing now is that you acquire solid technical foundations that will accompany you for life. Precisely, today's graduation ceremony of the various master's programs at the BSE ritualizes, so to speak, the acquisition of sophisticated technical knowledge that, due to the prestige of the BSE and the effort you have made, will constitute a substantial part of the intellectual capital with which you will build your professional careers in the coming decades, whatever the specific jobs you may undertake. This is, at least from my perspective, one lesson. Likewise, the unquestionable positive effect of psychological security in the form of self-esteem that a good training program confers should not be underestimated, and as it will also be a structural asset in the professional field. I will now present some illustrative, so it means non-exhaustive, examples of the type of issues in which I believe my economic training has been valuable over the past 25 years, a quarter of a century. The truth is that when I look back and simultaneously think about the professional future of my two children, aged 6 and 8 respectively, I conclude that I have had so far an unusually heterogeneous professional career. My career began in 1999 as an economic analyst in a consultancy firm and has led me to the position of chairman and CEO since 2018 of the largest airport company in the world and one of the largest Spanish companies with a market capitalization of almost 30 billion euros. Before joining AENA, I have been in the Spanish Public Innovation Agency, the European Space Agency, a major security and defense engineering company, a big bank, and even a 3-year period, as Teresa said, as the spokesperson for a parliamentary group in the Parliament of Catalonia. I honestly believe that the only common thread of such a plural career is my economic training. Honestly, I see no other. Firstly, in my 5 years as an economic analyst, I produced reports, among other matters, on macroeconomic analysis of different countries, monetary policy, labor market reforms, competition policy, energy regulation, and telecommunications regulation. The economic fundamentals at that time that I had acquired in undergraduate studies and, above all, in the Masters in Economics and Finance were essential not only to perform my job in a minimally diligent manner, but also to instill in me a particular presence of mind, especially valuable during the first professional steps, which, as you know, are not generally exempt from insecurities and uncertainty. Secondly, as the Director General of the Innovation Agency within the Spanish government that fosters private R&D through grants, soft loans, venture capital, and public purchases, it's called CDTI, the Center for Industrial Technological Development. My knowledge, on the one hand, of the microeconomic conceptual framework of market failures, and on the other hand, of statistics and econometrics was of great help. Really, it was. This economic knowledge enabled me to modestly contribute to the design of public funding instruments to boost private R&D, activity which constitutes a textbook market failure, whose effectiveness can only be empirically contrasted ex post through the application of sophisticated econometric methods. Additionally, in those years, it was from 2004 to 2010, in those years, as I was saying, understanding the fundamental relevance that technological change and innovation have in the evolution of the economy's productivity and GDP per capita growth, facilitated the constant exercise of persuasion that a group of economists that I was part of, along with, for example, Miguel Sebastián, carried out within the government of Spain to place a modern and technically well-founded industrial and innovation policy among the emblems of the government's economic policy. Thirdly, although it may seem surprising, even in the turbulent, rough, and often irrational terrain of pure politics represented by parliamentary activity, to which I dedicated 3 years, I'm convinced that good economics fundamentals are valuable for at least 2 reasons. The first reason is that no competent economist, as you are, could forget or can forget the budget constraint that operates in a large number of proposals that are debated and approved in a parliament. Remember that the historical origin of parliaments is precisely the elaboration of public budgets. This origin dates back to late medieval England, in which the king, on the one hand, and the representatives of the nobility, the church, and the incipient bourgeoisie, on the other hand, decided to institutionalize the political process of discussion on public spending, particularly military spending, and its financing through taxes. The second reason to appreciate sound economic principles in a parliament is that international experience teaches us that a plethora of well-intentioned laws failed miserably in the past because they simply ignored the underlying economic factors of the activity they intended to impact. That means that these laws that failed miserably, in fact, did not adequately evaluate the deleterious effects of the measures. The list of examples of certain price regulations that worsen the problem they intended to solve and measures that cost excessive public spending or the undesired modification of the incentives of economic agents is endless, believe me, endless. Fourthly, AENA, the company for which I have been working for the last 6 years, is the owner, as Professor Garcia Milá mentioned, is the owner and or responsible for the management of 64 airports in Spain, the UK and Brazil, in addition to having a presence in Mexico and Colombia. A relevant part of the airport activity, what we could call the pure aeronautical activity, is subject to economic regulation. In addition, naturally, to other normative obligations related to safety, service quality, and the environment. The economic regulation that I mentioned is articulated through maximum prices for airport services charged by the airport company because, and this is what is important, because due to good microeconomic reasons, it is understood that a significant number of airport infrastructures have features of a natural monopoly. That is, Airports, the majority of airports, possess a certain level of market power. As you know, a natural monopoly is a type of market failure that, in the absence of public intervention and economic regulation, leads to higher prices and lower levels of quality and investment than the technically efficient market solution. With these personal examples, I hope that I have convinced you that after obtaining the master's from the BSE, the range of jobs in which you can employ the technical knowledge learned in this academic year is truly wide. Compared to the time when I started my professional career, it is clear that many things have changed. Today, for example, corporate ESG criteria, environmental, social, and governance, the omnipresence of the struggle against climate change, digitization, artificial intelligence, and data processing, or the tectonic movements in the near future that will come from demography, migratory flows, and geopolitics, are aspects that have acquired enormous importance and that were not present so intensely when I began my professional career. And they will have, and they are having, strong reverberations in any professional sphere. However, it is always wise to bear in mind the admonition of two great microeconomists, Carl Shapiro and Hal Varian. In their beautiful 1999 book, they said, and I have always remembered this advice, this admonition, they said the following: technology changes, economic principles do not. In other words, in the economic field, the underlying economic principles will remain the same as those you have learned at BSE, no matter how much technological change accelerates, shaking up Joseph Schumpeter's famous process of creative destruction, and thus burying entire economic sectors while others that today we cannot even imagine emerge. Do not forget this teaching of Shapiro and Varian. It will save you many mistakes. I am concluding, and I would like to do so with a recommendation, with a sincere recommendation. In a few minutes, when you receive your master's diploma, you will automatically become highly qualified technical professionals, thanks to your effort and talent and the education quality of the BSE. This in itself is a significant achievement. I'm convinced of that. However, my suggestion is not to rest on your laurels. In the coming years, try to stay reasonably up to date with the academic advances in your respective areas of professional specialization, and if possible, broaden your intellectual horizons with readings in history, science, political philosophy, literature, and more. In the last book written by a twilight Henry Kissinger, called Leadership, this very, very controversial but always interesting statesman claimed, not without reason, that at present, reading a book with deep intellectual content has practically become a countercultural act. I encourage you to challenge Henry Kissinger's assertion with your curiosity and to strengthen your technical and intellectual capital until the end of your days. Individuals with high technical qualifications like you, who also make a continuous effort to cultivate themselves, are not only more appealing professionals, but also, and more importantly, are citizens who better understand the complex world in which we live and probably are capable of enjoying it more. I reiterate my sincere congratulations on your master's degree, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Maurici. That was truly inspiring, and I think the applause shows that people were inspired by it. I'm going to now give the floor to Professor Elena Ramalino, who is Vice Rector for Internationalization at the Universitat Pompeu Fabra. Elena.
Yeah. Okay, so good afternoon. Thank you so much, Professor Teresa Garcia-Milà, Mr. Frances Moreno, Professor Xavier Ramos, Mr. Mauricio Lucena, dear graduates, professors, family, and friends. The first thing I would like to do is to express my warmest congratulations on your academic milestone. Today's events symbolize the culmination of your studies at the Barcelona School of Economics, and for these reasons, we want to celebrate this achievement with your colleagues, professors, family, and all friends here. In my life, I've attended many graduation ceremonies. As a graduate many years ago, as a parent, as a professor, and now as a vice rector. As a professor and vice rector, I can tell you we are very proud of you. One more group of excellent students graduating from BSE and also from UAB and UPF, 3 excellence institutions. I must say, however, that in a few years, we'll not remember you personally. Bad news. But there is no greater pleasure for a professor when we meet you in the room, in a meeting, in a university, and even in an airport. Please approach us and tell us about your time at UPF. We will appreciate that very much. As a vice rector of internationalization, it's a great pleasure to see so many students from different countries, more than 57 countries. International students bring an enrichment mixture of backgrounds, cultural perspectives, and personal experience to the classrooms. You will represent BSE, UPF, and UAB around the world, and I hope you'll become ambassadors of these institutions. One of the most gratification roles in the graduation is the parents and families. Hello? Recently, I attended the graduation of my son and my daughter. And like the parents here, the family and the friends, we are very, very happy in a day like today. You have given your unconditional support and love to the graduates, and you have played a relevant role in today's achievement. So I would like to congratulate them too, to the parents and families. And now, the graduates. I'm sure you'll never forget this moment, as well the last months in Barcelona. I have no doubt that you have learned during this period BSE will make you better prepared and more capable for facing your future professional challenge. But you also had the opportunity to share many experiences with your colleagues, studying and going to class together, party together, eating, traveling, playing sports, and many more that probably I don't want to say. Remember, these relationships very often become stronger with the time and can play an important role in your future. The colleagues network can help you in many ways. For example, helping the career developments, the personal growth, creating new opportunities, new professional relationships, and sometimes even personal relationships. And as Professor Teresa Garcia-Milà said, now you are alumni of these institutions and you have a huge network that you can contact. I finalize by hoping that the principles of these schools, their international and interdisciplinary approach together with excellence and rigor will inspire your future career. Congratulations again for your work. Thank you so much.
I would like now to introduce Professor Xavier Ramos, Vice Rector for Economy at the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona.
Yes, thank you very much, Director, Professor Garcia-Milà. Dear students, dear competition students, energy students, EPP students, ITFD, macro students, small group but loud, macro students, data science for decision making, yours is a bit longer, data science for methodology students. So as our director said, dear BSE 2024 class, it is a joy to be here today. It is great to be able to personally congratulate you as Vice Rector of the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona on behalf of the rector who unfortunately couldn't be here today. I would also like, as Professor Ramalhinho has said, welcome, congratulate also, and thank the relative that today are accompanying the students. Surely you are very proud of them, and you indeed should. The Barcelona School of Economics was founded in 2006, and since then, as our director said, we are very proud to welcome international talented students from all over the world in our two campuses, here in Barcelona and in Bellaterra. With great efforts, you have arrived at this day, and we are very happy that a new cohort of students is about to graduate today. You are young, you are talented, you've heard this many times today, so take advantage of this year, of all that you have learned and all the friends and colleagues that you have made. As economist myself, I understand that the skills that you have, some of these acquired here at BSE, excellent training, perseverance, and strong will, among others, can make a difference to the world and to its many challenges, as Mr. Lucena was naming just a few minutes ago. So go and embrace all the opportunities that will surely open in front of you. If they are half those that Mr. Lucena had, you'll be very fortunate. And be ambitious. Be very ambitious. Now you can afford it, so go for it. You have enjoyed a great opportunity, and of course, have exerted your fair share of effort to be sitting here today, about to graduate from a top economic school. As you expect, this will push your professional career and provide you with a better life. Now, as you know, not everyone has these same opportunities. We live, indeed, in a very unequal world, which is often polarized. I trust that when you are in a position of influence, and surely some of you are bound to be in such positions, you will work to make a better world where everyone, irrespective of their place of birth, gender, ethnicity, enjoys basic opportunities and human rights so that they also have lives worth living. You belong to a unique community, and this includes scholars from 4 academic institutions and a selected group of students spread all over the world and trained here at the BSE, alumni like you in a few minutes. Please, as Professor Ramalho said, keep in touch with your faculty, not only at Edports, and your colleagues, and keep always with you all the memories of this unique year. I'm sure you will cross each other's lives more than once in the years to come. I would like to end by asking you to be the best ambassadors of the BSE, because from now on, this is what you will be. And it's 4 founding units, and in particular of my university, the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona. Many congratulations. Thank you.
Diplomas, right? So you're here not for getting the diploma, but for the recognition that you deserve it. So here we go. We're gonna start with the program for data science, in data science for decision making. And the Hannes Muller and Pau Milan will be awarding the diplomas, so please come to the stage so you can call the names. And I think you all know what to do now, right? So let's start.
So, I'm excited. I said already that it's humbling to see the progress every year of people coming in and the stuff you learn, and I really hope you stay in touch. But now, without any further ado, we're going to try to read the names as they stand here. I'm not very good in remembering pronunciations, so I'm going to fail for sure. The video, yeah. Congratulations. So, Luis Francisco Alvarez Paez. Luke Ayamga Atasona. Tatiana Bagvenye. Natalia Beltran Aguilles. Andrew Bennett. Wait for the photo and then.
All right. Melis Jordan Boudier, Sebastian Boxo, Mathieu Breyer, Angelo Di Giambito, and Oliver Gatland.
Julia González Feixá, Miguel Hanfuego, Vanessa Crom, Rui Maciel, Ariana Michelangelo.
Guillem Miravent Rubinat, Edward Monbiot, Álvaro Ortiz de Pazos, Joaquín Osa, and Pere Pericot i Masdevall.
And last but not least, Daniela Vélez, Hang Seu, and Victoria Yuskif. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hannes and Paul. Hannes, you shouldn't go far away, because Hannes will be the one giving the graduation to data science for methodology. Okay, so.
Yes, David called me this morning to apologize. He's very sick, so you have to do it with me. Okay. Mox Bayo Baltasar. Caroline Belka. Berta Canal Simon. Joshua Chen and Johnny Cod. Mahmoud Aldau, Ross Fleming, Rafael Gallegos Cortez, Jan Kagerhuber, and Yutai Ke. Congratulations. Harry Morley, Clarice Motet, Adam Olivares Canal, Carlos Perez Ricardo, Amber Walker, Jonas Waldstein.
Thank you, Hannes, for your second time now. Okay, sorry. So now we have the graduates from the programming competition, regulation, and markets. And I would like to call Director Rosa Ferrer to the stage.
So all good things come to an end, and after a very intense but lively year, please join me in congratulating for all their technical skills, but human capital more broadly, in congratulating Israk Bahat, Johan Bakken, Sadvik Bansal, Davide Bernardini, Arhan Boyd. And now, Diana Laura Cintora Campos, Patrick Kuka, Kyla Joe Endenburg, Dylan Gedia, Amaya María Gutiérrez Cañal. And now the turn for Berkay Kurdoglu, Paul Noguer Gili, Jaikel Peñaloga, Fernando Antonio Soto, and Lorenzo Vanella. Okay, and last but not least in this amazing group, now time for Raúl Villacorta, Adrian Wise, and Matt Wollenhoven. All the best, enjoy the party very much.
Thank you so much, Rosa. So now we're going to have the program in economics of energy, climate change, and sustainability. And Mar Rewan didn't want to miss it, but she's going to be online, hopefully, because she wanted to be here at the graduation, but she's in the United States physically. So let's see the video, and then we'll call Mar.
Hi. Well, thank you for letting me be here virtually. You are an awesome class. You already know this, and I'm very excited for what you will do in the future. So I'm very glad to congratulate you and to be here with you as you receive this graduation. So let me go ahead with the names. Soichi Aibara, Fernando Araya, Marcus Buckhold, Etienne Bob, and Mark Terrence Go. Seval Deckel, Jan Delpin, Phil Fladon, Arturo Herman, and Catherine Johnson. Pratim Majumdar. Wait. Yes, wait. Sorry that there is a lag between the YouTube and my videos, so I'm doing my best. Let's go ahead. Pratim Majumdar, Nazarena Marano Saffern, Eugenio Parigi, Anna Sale, and Sophie Serre. And last but not least, Emirhan Tekin, Anita Ionescu. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Mar, for being here with us today, even online. So thank you. We're going to move to the program in the economics of public policy. And I would like to call Lydia Farré and Joan Llull.
So you didn't go to Montserrat. There's no picture from Montserrat. You missed it. So we are very happy to be here. We would like to congratulate you for all your work and all your achievements. And yeah, have fun for the rest of the day and enjoy all the new opportunities that will open up. Okay? So let's start. Rita Adongo.
This shows is indirect, right? So there is a technical problem. We have to hold for 1 minute. But thank you for being. Oh, you can stay. No. We go on.
Mia Arao. Avery Atencio. Priya Chauhan. James Kaflan.
Now, congratulations to Tim Hewitt, Mario Huaranca, Oscar Lane, Mingji Liu, and Michael Nahas.
And now, Sherin Nassef, Eduard Pla Farriol, Maria Paula Salcedo, Ciro Jordan Ugarte Núñez.
Thank you, Joan and Lydia. So coming up now, international trade, finance and development. And we have Jaume Ventura and Fernando Bronner.
Hello, aquí. It seemed like very far away, eh? But here we are, ITFD class of 2024. Fernando and I are very proud of you.
Nadira Ansum, Ana Bahí Esteva, Nes Bakker, Jan Bester, David Bistuer Talavera.
Isabela Castillo Hernández, Tania Char, Andrea Carolina Dávila Mostixos, Dirk de Cowper, James Dobson,
Mina Dragisevich, Tiago Fioravanti Sibelki, María Sara Flores Serrano, David Hilton Frankel, Costanza Grepi Maturana.
Bastien Herriot, Aris Herzog Petropakis, Ishita Kapoor, Dimitri Lamlong In, Fausto Martín.
Gunesh Oskoban, Eduardo Pañota, María Puerta Ocampos, Nicolás Philip Rauth, Alejandro Rodríguez.
Emmett Sexton, Stephanie Sezen, Eloise Tan, Jiaxian Zolbu, Vaishnavi Mungale.
Thank you, Jaume and Fernando. We now call- So we now follow to the program in macroeconomics policy and financial markets. And I would like to call Hugo Rodriguez to the stage. Thank you, Hugo.
Good evening. You guys remember the first time you saw me? I told you in September, I told you this day will come. And I'm so glad that you made it here, and you made it very well. So I'm very proud of you guys. And it came faster than you thought it would come. Anyway, so let me congratulate, and please congratulate with me, Marcelo Bonami, Flavia Isabel Escobar, Lucía Frigerio, Yabdullah Haidari, and Rona Hegarty. Pavitra Kanagarak, David Kurik, Luciano Magnifico, Ahmed Musa, Konstantin Oprescu. Rafael Ortiz Durán, Rafael Alejandro Páez, José Enrique Pérez Ardá, Blanca Prat Bayarri, Mi Vida Sadeca. And finally, closing this amazing group of students, Giovanni Sbatella, Luca Tondo, Gustavo Javier Valdez, Pietro Valelongo, and Vito Vidal.
You leave it to me. Thank you. That was quite exciting. So we now have two special, well, three actually it's going to be, but we'll start with the alumni representative. And we have with us today Samantha Catalina Guerrero, who is graduated in 2018 from the Competition Regulation and Market. Thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Hi, everyone. Actually, I'm super happy. I'm not the speaker next to Maurici because he did such an inspirational speech. I graduated 6 years ago, but his words definitely inspired me today. So thank you so much. First of all, good afternoon, parents, faculty, board members, students, staff. My name is Catalina Guerrero. I graduated from the Competition and Markets Regulation program 6 years ago. When I graduated, actually, the name of the university was Barcelona Graduate School of Economics, so that changed. Also, I think the name of the program changed as well. Now it's Competition Regulation and Markets program, so quite a things have changed. Currently, I work at Frontier Economics as an economic consultant. I do a lot of regulation actually there, so you're going to apply a lot of your technical skills that you learned here. I am so honored to have been selected to be the alumni speaker for this graduation ceremony. I don't think I'm the smartest person in the room, and my career is still in progress. So initially, thinking about what I would talk about became a big challenge. I don't want to be here reminding you how great your time at the BSE was. You already know this. And probably the first drops of nostalgia are invading your emotions as you realize this fantastic year is over. But where I think I can add value is by sharing my insights about what I would have liked to know before entering the thrilling world of professional life. I'm going to say 6 things, 6 key points, and please feel free to use them as you advance in your career. First, there is a very popular 80s song called What a Feeling. It's from a movie called Flashdance. Actually, I have never watched the movie, but I have heard the song several times. And the main chorus reflects the first thing I want to say to you. It goes like this. I'm not going to sing it. I promised I was going to sing it, but now I'm more nervous than before, so I'm just going to repeat the word. Take your passion and make it happen. And why I'm saying this is because transitioning from being a student to becoming a professional is easier when you work on what you love. And I want to emphasize the word easier, because still it will have its highs and lows. But if you're passionate about it, it will become easy. Anecdotally, when I graduated from college in December 2013, like every other graduate student, I applied to any open job position I found. I was in a job interview process to work at an international company. 2 weeks after graduation, I was hospitalized for a week. And while in the hospital, I got a call and I got this job offer at this very big company. I got so stressed thinking that during my time at the hospital, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be in another job interview processes, that I actually accepted this job opportunity. I stayed in that job for almost 4 years. I constantly questioned if I was passionate about my work, if that was a right decision. Most of the days, the answer is that I was not fulfilling my purpose. You might ask, why did you stay that long? First, I really had a very good boss. The work environment was great. But to be honest, I was quite scared of quitting because that was what I knew. It was easier for me to stay where I knew. But the thrill to pursue my master's degrees and the GSE gave me the courage actually to quit and move to Spain. Right now, I work in a company that I love. I work with people that are amazing, that I constantly learn from. And I feel that what I do actually matters and has an impact in the world. And that was the first reason I studied economics. Second, having said this about finding your passion, it is very important. And working in something that you love is a privilege. Don't forget that you should always be compensated accordingly. What you have learned and all the skill set that you have gained has a value, and you should get paid for it. There might be occasions where you might choose to have a lower salary but for a better work-life balance, because you want to move to another country, because of any other personal reasons. But don't work for free. Fortunately, the world has challenges that require your skill set. Companies and governments need individuals who use quantitative analysis to get answers and to make important decisions. So I suppose you shouldn't have a problem getting rewarded as you deserved. But as I said, what you know has a value. Third, the people you work with are as important as the type of job you do. For most of us, the typical working hours are from 9 to 6. Being with people who bring out the best in you and enjoy the job will be proportional to how much you enjoy what you do. I have to say the phrase, people do not quit companies, but their boss is true. In my case, I had the opportunity to meet amazing people from whom I constantly learn. 4, you might think that this is contradictory, but no, bear with me. It's part of the same storyline. Your priorities can change, and it is okay. I believe that as individuals, we're in constant evolution. What was important in the past might not be in the present. So if at any particular moment you feel you don't belong in that place, it is okay to look for something else that fulfills you. This is not necessarily only in the professional field, but in all aspects of your life. As for me, now that I have a daughter, my priorities in life have changed. While my professional development and ambitions are an essential part of me, the time and dedication cannot be at the expense of having a family and to be the mother that I always wanted to be. If at any moment in your life you feel you need a break to explore the world, learn a new language, run a marathon, do it. It is okay to change your priorities and your passion. 5, don't miss the opportunity to help others and give back. When I was younger, I always thought that what I earned was because of my hard work. But as I grow older, I realized that luck, as it was mentioned before, has always been there. I am an immigrant, like many other people in Europe. I left Mexico 7 years ago to pursue my master's degree. Back then, I did not consider the possibility of staying and living in Spain after graduation. However, I was fortunate enough to have been offered a job I love, and now I call this country my home. But not everyone's story is the same, so don't take anything for granted, and be grateful. There are millions of young, hardworking individuals who did not have the same opportunities that right now you're having, and it's our turn to give back and make this a fairer world. And I just want to add that sometimes the face of luck is our parents' and families' faces. They are behind our backs no matter what. They believe in us, and they encourage us to go higher every time. So sometimes luck actually is our parents and family. Finally, this new chapter that you'll navigate is wonderful. You'll meet interesting new people from all around the world, travel places, solve very challenging economic problems. So don't think that because now you're in the work life and that you're going to start your new professional life, you'll miss those opportunities. You'll still have all these chances to travel, to meet, but most importantly, to change the world. Cherish your time at the BSE, as starting here will be one of the most pivotal moments of your life. But I promise the next chapter awaiting you will also be great. I wish all of you the best of luck in the future. I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here that you are going to do it amazingly. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Samantha Catalina, for sharing your experience with us today. This is a very encouraging speech. So we now have two student representatives, Kila Jo Endenberg from CRM program also, and David Hilton from the ITFD program.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we know, the BSE really prides itself on its international student base. So we display this diversity tonight with David and I, the only two South Africans. The BSE suggested one thing we could talk about tonight were our futures and some advice for those futures. But I thought that when I looked to my cohort, and I know how incredibly impressive they all are, and everything that I've learned from them, and inevitably everything I am still going to learn from them, I thought that perhaps we could maybe take a more holistic approach this evening and discuss something I've learned from my year living in Spain. Separate from an unbelievable love of patatas bravas, I have one of the most striking things I've realized living here is that when you speak to someone from Spain and you introduce yourself and you ask them about themselves, one of the last things they will tell you about is their job. And so I hope that for all of us, and well, at least for myself, and maybe you want to take it as well, is that one of the last things we say is that we're an economist, a policymaker, a treasurer, and a data scientist. So I thought that I could take this opportunity to offer some suggestions to my classmates on things that immediately came to mind when I would describe them. Satvik, I hope that you say that on the same day you learned how to put skis on, you unintentionally skied down the entire Indora Valley in the dark. Johanna, that somehow, no matter what sport, she has just watched the latest match and can discuss it at length with anyone. That Arhan is unambiguously a Scotch guy. That Diana ran the Barcelona marathon the week before our toughest exams. ITFD, of course, that you hold the championship futsal title. I don't think Amaya will be short a story or two after subletting from an eccentric elderly woman this year. Nani and the hippies, as they affectionately refer to themselves, that apparently you studied for every exam together with someone role-playing each prof, apparently. Raul, who managed to impress every single bachelorette in Barcelona on the CRM nights out and very graciously offered to teach us less talented dancers, although it turns out that Dylan and I are unfortunately unteachable. To Oscar and Ming, who are two of the best companions to sit in the sun with, indulge in kava, and play cards with, although we'll call it an econometrics problem set meeting. Sorry. Jordan now has not one, but 2 master's degrees from the BSE. James, I think you can say you're a hobbyist economist that practices dentistry. Tevo, that you may be the biggest Swiftie in our year with, I think, 3 scheduled concerts at the moment. Catherine and Marcus, that you are the most launchable duo at the BSE and are truly up for anything. But maybe we'll all agree to give Matt a pass and let you one day introduce yourself as the chief economist of the DOJ. I know we were told we would only ever see Barcelona from within the walls of the BSE, but I hope that sitting here tonight, we're all really proud of what we've managed to squeeze out of this year. Now, dutifully following ChatGPT's advice, I owe you some thank yous. Firstly, I will briefly abuse my position and thank Rosa, Massimo, Adela, and Ruthiyo, who have been extraordinarily generous with their time and guidance for us competition folk, but I know that that extends beyond us. Thank you to Alba and Career Services, who offered us endless support while we agonized after cover letter wording and offer letters. To our profs and TAs who helped us get to this day after a very reasonable, what feels like 7,000 problem sets each. And then to the wonderful admin staff who have helped us with every worry, minor panic, scheduling conflict, helping us move into and out of Barcelona. And then lastly, I can see that tonight many of us are lucky enough to have our villagers with us. And I am so immensely thankful to my village, my dad and Ellie, that have supported me through this year. And this is not abnormal, I cry all the time. And then after speaking with all of you, I know that the sentiment is so widely shared, and there was so much anticipation for all of us to have our families here tonight and to meet everyone. And I know that some of us are, well, part of our BSE community couldn't be with us tonight to celebrate their graduates. I know we have families in Mexico, New Zealand, Virginia, that are so, so proud of their graduates too. And lastly, I hope that we're very proud of ourselves because this has been a kind of tough year. Thank you.
Okay, before beginning, I'd just like to thank Kayla for that wonderful speech again. Let's give her a round of applause. So, greetings again to everyone here today for the 2024 BSE graduation. My fellow students, family and friends, professors, and BSE support staff. I would like to start by again congratulating you, my fellow graduates. Well done for all your dedication, perseverance, hard work these past 10 months. We've done it, guys. We've graduated. Continuing from this, in acknowledging what we have achieved, I think it is important to thank all those that made it possible. Firstly, to all our family and friends, those who are here with us today, and those who couldn't be here in person but are here in spirit. Thank you all so much for your support these last 10 months. I know it means the world to every student here. I would also like to thank, on behalf of the class of 2024, the professors for all their hard work, guidance, and knowledge they've imparted to us. I particularly would like to thank Professor George for his unflinching support throughout this master's and guidance, and always the first place for advice and shoulder to cry on in tough times. Furthermore, I would like to thank all the BSE support staff for the amazing job they did this year, especially the Administration and Career Services Department. You guys were excellent, and thank you for all that you did for us. Woo! Now that we've said those key thank yous, what else or who else is there to be grateful for from this Masters? Well, we leave here the BSE expertly trained in economics, econometrics, data science, equipped to go out into the world and pursue our career ambitions and make a difference, which is an extreme privilege and a blessing. We have also been taught to handle pressure, as well as to use teamwork, collaboration, and ingenuity to overcome obstacles. Wonderful skills to have going forward and very much to be grateful for. There have also been many other happenings these past 10 months to be thankful for. There was much investment of time and resources, cross-border trade, migration, development, as well as the strengthening of international relations. In particular, Catalonia and the Netherlands, as well as Italy and France, became especially close. Woo! Additionally, there have been some noteworthy cultural events. The Winter Olympics in Andorra, as well as the Euros in Barcelona, with the ITFD prevailing victoriously in the final to lift the cup. Furthermore, there have been many other social events this past year, which, encouraged by liquid refreshments, working relationships have turned to friendships. On this note, I'd like to focus for a moment. I think the greatest gift this Masters has given us has been these friendships. The opportunity to meet so many interesting and talented people from all around the world and to develop together through this joint experience has been truly amazing. I'm so proud of you, my fellow graduates, for the way you have come together this year to help each other and achieve what we have. Thank you all for the laughs, support, and camaraderie, as well as the life lessons we've learned together along the way. I know we are all excited for what the future holds, and I hope these friendships continue to grow for the years to come. Lastly, a final thing we can be grateful for is this moment here, right now. I was sitting in a bar a few weeks ago with Vincenzo and Mace, and Vincenzo was talking to us about how disappointed he'd be to miss today's graduation. And he said something that really stuck in my mind. He said, you know, I'm disappointed because I'm missing a moment of such pure emotion, a moment filled with memories of multitude of experiences that all culminate in this joy to celebrate our graduation together. So, in the words of Vincenzo, let us enjoy this moment of pure emotion. Please join me now in celebrating the class of 2024.
Boca!
Thank you so much, Keelan and David, for these wonderful speeches. We're done. Before we go, we have a refreshment outside. I want to congratulate you again and welcome you to the alumni BSE community.